What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Boleros. I'm back. Sorry, I was gone the last time. Right here with me, Gab and Maui. Welcome back, boys.
Hello, hello.
Hey!
Okay. So, last month, Feb, was slow news month. Hopefully, start of March, UAAP news will pick up. Today, we're going to do a quick news recap. We have some newsworthy content to talk about. Let's start.
Thank God!
First,
Wala na! Dry!
pwede na. Pwede na news. Pwede na news.
Off-season na talaga,
So,
Gab. Yun yung
Off-season na
ibig
talaga.
sabihin.
Tama ka dyan. Kasi pinipilit na natin yung mga pag-uusapan natin today, no? So, let's start. Gab, first news of the day. Actually, it's not news anymore. Matagal, last week pa ata to or 2 weeks ago, I'm not sure. Coach Bo Perasol pitching or pushing for Coach Goldwyn Monteverde to become the coach of the UPIS juniors team. Any thoughts on that, Gab?
I was essentially surprised. This is the first time I think this has happened. Well, as far as I can remember, I don't remember any head coach of a seniors/college basketball program also becoming the head coach of their juniors program. Uh, Although you can see, it kind of makes sense, no? Na the same coach, the same players that you want to bring up to the college level have the same experience, and you essentially give them a taste of how you're gonna coach them in the seniors level. Uh, it it's kind of shocking because it's never been done. Although Coach Gold did get his reps in the juniors division in the UAP juniors with Adamson and NU, so he has experience with kids. I'm sure he'll do a great job. He'll definitely have a positive impact for the UPIS Junior Maroons. I'm interested to see siguro by next season na to, no, since natapos na. So so that's the first season. I think they want to streamline that, no, that coaching pipeline for them, for the younger players all the way up to the senior level. Second, I think more pressing is, I think this is their effort to lessen poaching, quote unquote poaching, because if you're the coach already for 4 years in the juniors division, you kind of develop a loyalty to your coach. No, you kind of develop an affinity. That's it. Let's just say, for your coach, and will most probably opt to play for them in the seniors division. So we're seeing a lot of highly talented players in the high school division transfer schools. Same thing with Carl Tamayo. One of the reasons why they left NU high school was because they followed Coach Gold, who was their coach in high school. So maybe they're trying to do that. And from what I also saw yesterday, Jeff Napa and Denok Miranda, who are the respective coaches of FEU and NU in the seniors division, are also part of the coaching staff. Not really the head coach, but also part of the coaching staff for NU and FEU. So things are going that direction, I think. Interesting. Ikaw, Sam or Maui?
Yeah, ako very happy for the development. I think this is not something very new. Ateneo used to have yung assistant coaches nila, si Jamaic and si Sandy, coach yung juniors team. And you saw players from the juniors division really just transfer to the seniors division. I think outside of probably, not sure kung si BJ Manalo part pa nung time na ganun yung setup ng Ateneo, but most of the players from Ateneo juniors generally transfer to Ateneo seniors, especially the blue chip recruits. I think this is very good exposure for the high school people. I remember nung time natin, some of our batchmates, sila Ivan Enriquez, Wami Chongson, shout out to them.
Shout out to our batchmates.
Because
Idol.
Yeah, mga idol. Because Jamaica rin was the coach of the juniors division. Most of them were already training with the seniors players as early as nung senior year nila nung high school. And most of them, all of the blue chip recruits nung crop na yun stayed. And I think, yeah, I agree with Gab. This is a move by UP to really stop the poaching, number one. Number two, get prospects as early as high school. You saw naman how Goldwyn trained sila Carl Tamayo, most of the crop of the NU Bullpups, and it was really good for them to transition sa seniors division. A lot of those players play for UP, but a lot of those players also excel sa other teams. Some of them play sa CSB, NU, and I think in training will be very good. It's gonna be good for Philippine basketball because of the exposure. Na finally, grassroots, I think as early as high school, these coaches, our assistant coaches, are basically part of the plan, yung high school program. You mentioned Gab, si Denok Miranda, si Jeff Napa. I wouldn't be surprised if other teams, especially yung smaller market teams such as UE, start to do this. They have to protect their players. UST would definitely, I wouldn't be surprised if UST does this. They have, I think, we mentioned this before sa pod, they have, I think, 4 or 5 training teams sa seniors division nila. Parang A, B, C, D, E sila. Kung ibang UAAP schools, Team A, Team B, sila A, B, C, D, E. Marami. So I wouldn't be surprised if UST also does this. Yeah, so I think generally positive yung news na to for Philippine basketball.
Dapat pala, Sam, sa UST tayo nag-college, yung baka may chance tayo mag-Team E.
Asa, bro.
4 a.m. yung training yun, bro. 4 a.m.
Oh.
4 a.m. 5.
Okay na lang! Yung baka
Hindi
may
pa rin
chance.
Team E ba? Team Z pa? Team Z. 100% anyway, 100% agree with Maui on that one. Was gonna also mention, I think normal naman yun. Sabi mo nga, Mau, even nung time natin, a lot of like the seniors sort of train with the seniors in the juniors division train with the actual men's or seniors basketball team. I remember reading about si Kobe Demisana. He was saying na he really learned a lot training with sina Carl Tamayo, sina Malik Diouf. Obviously, like he's the big man for the UPIS team. Also 100% agree with Maui. I think more than preventing poaching, Gab, I think it's really more about like starting the recruitment much earlier for UP. Alam natin UP ngayon, ang top recruitment strategy ng UP ngayon is magnakaw ng players from other teams or get top, incoming freshmen, but like if they get to do this,
he said it.
If they get to do this, where's the lie, diba? If they get to do this, they can start the recruitment at an earlier stage. Bakit hindi nila yun magawa now? They suck. 1-13 ata yung standing nila. They're the last place team. Ateneo Juniors team sucks. The UPIS team sucks even more. So you can't recruit, star grade 8 students if your team is the last place team, diba? And then but if your team is coached by Goldwyn Monteverde, the coach of like that championship team of the UP men's basketball, I think it's going to be a lot easier to recruit people to the UPIS juniors program. So I think it's more about recruitment. Also, changing that UPIS juniors program into a championship team. Yeah, yun lang.
I'm interested though.
You're gonna say something, Gab.
Yun lang. I just want to add something of a Homer topic here. It's interesting though that Ateneo is one program that does not do this. Diba? Well, the past few years, their coach in their coach in high school
before ginagawa nila, diba? Before ginagawa nila.
Now hindi. I doubt Coach Tab will go and coach a juniors team. So I highly doubt that. I do think
I wouldn't be surprised, Gab, kung itapon niya si G-Boy Babylonia or si Ford Arrow.
Grabe ka naman tapon.
Tapon? Kasi I think si Ford Arrow, I think is an assistant coach na rin also ng juniors team. So I wouldn't be surprised kung he has more involvement in the development of the players. But yeah, this development, I think yung Ateneo missed the playoffs. Ateneo Juniors missed the playoffs for the first time in like 30 years. So I wouldn't be surprised if they revamp the program.
Sorry, just to add to that point. I mean, to be fair, Gab, kung hindi lang nag-pandemic, 'di ba, Mason Amos was supposed to join the juniors program. So, in a way, if you think
Ibang
about it,
kwento.
in a way, if you think about it, 'di ba? Nagre-recruit din si Tab ng players to the juniors program. Like, I'm sure Tab was like instrumental in the recruitment of Mason Amos. But anyway, that's a different story. Next bit of news. Good news for our rivals. Actually, ang nag-share sa atin ng news na to ay walang iba kung hindi si Mr. Apo Ferrer. Mr. DLSU
Good friend
Green
of the
Archer
podcast.
representative natin. Oo. DLSU finally gets promising, solid foreign student athlete. As far as I know, the way you pronounce his name is Henry Agunnane from CEU. Sorry if I butchered your name. Please comment down below kung ano yung tamang pronunciation ng name niya. The Star FSA for CEU, they won yung recent competition nila. Hindi ko na alam kung anong league sila kasali, but he was like a dominant FSA for them. 6'11 guy, really long like a Kwame or like a Diouf, pero medyo bulkier yung katawan, I would say. Excited for this pick up, Maui, for Lasal?
Yeah, I think we're finally seeing yung Coach Topex, yung stamp ni Coach Topex sa Lasal. You see yung YouTube videos niya of the trainings. Lasal means business. They want to fix this program quickly. And getting
Si
one
Gab
of the best,
subscriber dun.
getting one of the best young,
Anyway, sorry,
young,
Maui, go.
relatively young. I mean, has a lot of eligibility. I think he has 3 years eligibility. 3 years eligibility is very good for Lasal. They finally have a good FSA. Sorry to Nuangco. I think some of the locals outplayed him the past few seasons. But yeah, this is a welcome development for a good program such as Lasal. I think a lot of schools such as FEU and UST were trying to get the services also of this big man. But in the end, Lasal prevailed. And I think it speaks a testament to their dedication now. They really want to revamp this program. And sana this is it.
They're desperate. They're
I think
desperate.
I think the first step talaga was really Coach Topex. That was a very good move. Getting a stable big man is next. We'll probably see how they fare this coming season, but they hopefully we'll see if Kevin Cambao stays for a few more seasons. But this is a welcome move for Lasal. Hopefully this is another move in the right direction.
Gab, Mr. Topex Robinson fan. Any thoughts?
Ako, I'm excited for this move. I want to see Lasal be competitive kasi yung sama ng manalo yung Ateneo. Come on, Lasal. Come on. You kahit na you've won once since 2017. So, come on. So yun, I'm excited for this. I want to see a front court of Mike Phillips and Henry Agunnane together, and then with Kevin Cambao out there. Although that's the question mark, though. In Topex Robinson's videos, we have not seen Mike Phillips yet. I don't know where he is, but that is a big question mark for me coming into next season. We'll talk about it more once the season draws closer. But yeah, this is big news. He was one of the FSAs in the NCAA that was really highly recruited. So, NCAA, sorry. NCAA ba? Hindi.
No.
Sa
Another league.
Yun, so in his league. So I do think that there's a positive development in for Lasal. Their big man slot has not been that great the past few seasons. You can say Mike Phillips, but he's offensively challenged. So I'm interested to see how Coach Topex can coach this guy. Can he develop? He's still a bit raw, in my opinion, from the highlights. He's big. He has some moves, he has some promise, but still pretty raw. So it'll take a lot. It'll take a lot of training and development on his end. And with a coach like Coach Topex, I think he could get him to that level. He can dominate. He can score consistently. He can defend you pretty well.
Pretty much both of you covered everything. Tama ka, Gab. I think Coach Topex was the first step. Maybe getting a solid FSA is the next step. But I don't think it ends there. What's interesting is they have a lot of really good high school talent. Obviously like Gagate is still in with La Salle in the
Pablo.
juniors division sa NCAA. Si
ba
Pablo.
yan?
So yun nga yung question ko, Gab. That was my next question. They have Topex, they have their FSA. Sino yung mga bago nilang recruits? Kasi maraming magaling from La Salle. Are they going to La Salle in the seniors division? I think that's my next question. Hindi natin alam. Baka may punta sila sa ibang school. Okay. Before we end, quick reactions lang. We just saw snippets of the Ryukyu versus Hiroshima game. We saw Kaiju tawag sa kanya. Kaiju scoring 10 points, 10 rebounds in 19 minutes, couple of blocks. Carl Tamayo not registering a single second. Baon siya sa bench. Pero nandun naman si Meralco Man, si
Alan Durham.
Si Alan Durham, Meralco Man. Nakakatawa yung commentator, Gab. You should have seen him. You should have heard him.
Siya yung commentator sa mga FIBA games.
Yeah, siya yung point commentator.
Tama.
Oo
nga,
commentator
tama.
niya.
Yeah,
that guy.
Anyway, so quick reactions ang Maui to the game.
Yeah, I think general reactions first. My first reaction to the game was I'm disappointed. Yung B-League really marketed that game to be a Carl Tamayo versus Kai Sotto game. But Carl Tamayo didn't even register a single second sa game. If you saw yung post nila sa Instagram, Twitter, all over social media, it was Carl Tamayo and Kai Sotto sa photo. But I think I was more hyped because of the EASL. Carl Tamayo was able to get a few minutes in and was able to showcase yung new package niya. He looks more thin, springier, longer. This is a welcome sight for Gilas. But yeah, general reactions. Si Kai Sotto played 19 minutes, 10 points, 3 rebounds, a couple of blocks, more than 3, I think. Match up very well with some of the imports, but you still see yung lack of physicality niya. I think this is a concern moving forward. Kai Sotto having an impact on the game with when he's matched up with bulkier players. Kai Sotto's already 20, and I'm sorry to burst the bubble, but I think the NBA dream is slowly dwindling. But yeah, I think Kai Sotto is still one of the best big men in Asia, generally in Asia. Definitely in the Philippines. Hopefully he plays World Cup. I think he has to play sa World Cup to showcase his talent versus yung NBA caliber players. Even yung teams that have big man that are close to making it to the NBA. Most of the European players get scouted through FIBA games. So hopefully he does play sa World Cup. But yeah, a very good showing, I think, for Kai Sotto. He just arrived sa Japan. It was his first showing and against one of the top teams sa Japan. Hopefully he performs better during the next few games. I think Sam, you mentioned this. Nung second half, parang Kai Sotto was a bit winded. He didn't have yung energy he had when the game opened. Kai Sotto scored the first basket and a couple of more baskets and had many blocks nung start, but was very ineffective nung second half. The usual, he was getting bullied sa pick and rolls and close outs. But yeah, I hope he develops more, and hopefully we don't see a Justin Baltazar kay Carl Tamayo naman. I think they have three very good imports, and it would be painful to see Carl Tamayo going to Japan and not getting playing time. I guess I was hyped kasi si EASL talaga na nababad portionally si Carl Tamayo considering limited practice time. Hopefully he gets more playing time the coming games. I'm hoping that his game gets translated to the small forward, power forward slot instead of the power
Yeah,
forward
tama.
center slot. I think we saw a glimpse of this nung Gilas stint niya with Tab Baldwin nung FIBA Olympic qualifiers. So yeah, hopefully he gets adjusted quickly. I think just to add lang, I saw a clip kanina that si David Alfonso scored 17 points nung last game niya. So finally is getting acclimated sa Korean basketball. So hopefully this is also the case kay Carl Tamayo, konting adjustment lang.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I think some of the reactions sa game kanina.
Okay, thank you, Maui. Two quick points on my end before we go to you, Gab. First of all, yung yung comment mo, no. Actually, ang galing nung bilig marketing, no? Kasi obviously like marketing business background. Tingnan mo lahat nung pub mats ng bilig, yung promotions ng bilig. Alam nila na puro Pinoy yung nanonood kasi they always feature the Filipino import in like every game. Yun yung player that they highlight. Si Kobe Paras nga nandun pa rin sa mga ano nila pub mats na kahit na wala na siya, 'di ba? Like they separated ways, but he's still the guy that they're featuring dun sa pub mats. Probably because they know na siguro yung viewership natin more than half Pinoy. I don't know, I'm just making this up, but I assume maraming Pinoy nanonood. That's why we also get like commentators like si ano, 'di ba? Hindi ko alam yung name niya, but like nagtatagalog siya, 'di ba? So I think they know their target audience. They know na Pinoys watch a lot, so they hype up these games by featuring their Filipino imports, even though they don't get to play. They know they're not gonna get to play, or they're not even part of the team anymore. So that's the first point. Second point, yeah, second half, Kai seemed very slow to me. He was just standing dun sa ilalim nung, I don't know kung yun talaga yung play, pero nandun lang siya sa ilalim waiting for someone to do a drop pass to pass him the ball. Parang hindi siya nagre-rebound na. Although yung bandang dulo, he sat down for a bit, went back nung fourth quarter. I saw more effort from him during that time. But nung fourth quarter naman, they were raining threes yung Ryuku. Ryuku yung kay Carl Tamayo, tama?
Carl.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So Ryuku was raining threes on sina Kai, and Kai was played out of the floor kasi they were stretching puro 3-point shooters, and then Kai couldn't close out. So they sat him down agad. So yun yung things that Kai needs to work on, or I don't know how Kai can fix that. Hopefully he has more energy next time. I hope tama ka, Maui, na it's just, it's the first game he's trying to get used to playing in the B League, playing with his teammates. So hopefully he improves. But at least he got to play. Si Carl Tamayo didn't get to play, not a single second. So Gab, I'm going to you. Carl Tamayo not playing on his first game. Is it time to hit the panic button? Is it shout out to Ryan Alba? Sabi niya, magagalit siya if they Justin Baltazar Carl Tamayo. So, are you panicking, Gab?
No, just one game. Honestly, maybe the coach was experimenting with some lineups, but he played in his debut in the EASL. I think this was a matchup base. I think he's gonna play. I mean, he's too good. He can play 3-4 possessions on the court. So I expect him to play more in the upcoming games. I think it was just plainly the coach experimenting. It was his first game inside, so or maybe he doesn't know the plays yet. I know he hasn't been with the team enough. I'm not panicking. Maybe if it happens for 2 or 3 more games then yeah, I will be panicking.
Okay, two or
Kasi
three
Carlo
more
Ganda.
games. Two or three more games. Last na, before we end it, Gab, I know Kai Sotto is supposed to go to the US sometime this year, so short stint lang siya in the Japan B League. But if you were to predict who's going to have a better career in the Japan B League, Kai Sotto, Carl Tamayo, or who's gonna have, hindi, ganito na lang. Since short yung stint ni Kai, who's gonna have a bigger impact sooner, Carl Tamayo or Kai Sotto? Ano sa tingin mo, Gab?
Just Kai, I think with his height and his offensive game, I think he can make impact. So, 10 points, how many rebounds? 9
Three
rebounds ba yun,
rebounds,
Maui?
sorry.
Oh,
Three.
yung
Lang.
3
Sorry,
rebounds,
sorry.
2
Couple
blocks in
blocks.
19 minutes. I think that's a pretty good per minute stat line for 19 minutes on the floor. However, yung same concerns that you brought up are the same concerns that I've always had with him when he tried to get into the NBA yung via the draft. He's just too slow. He's NBA teams now are looking for mobile, faster, more skilled big men, and Kai is not that player. I'm sorry to our Filipino faithful, to us Filipinos, but yung nga, guys, sabi mo Sam, the NBA dream is dead. He's 20 years old. He's not as skilled as the likes of a Chet Holmgren, Victor Wembanyama. He's not that level. Talaga.
Layo.
So, malayo. Yeah, tama si Maui. Malayo. So, yeah, I mean, he could try. I mean, it's worth trying. Maybe you get into a summer league team. I don't know, but to give him a roster spot on an NBA team, that's a tough call for a GM. I mean, yung nga, I told this to you, Sam, no, dati when we were discussing it in the chat. The only plausible reason that I could think of that a GM or a coach will have him on his roster or yung on an NBA roster is to have Filipino fans watch their games.
Marketing.
That's the only plausible reason. Not any basketball reason. Just, more viewership, sell more merchandise to Filipino fans. That's it.
Oh, with that said, ang gagawin ko is sasali akong Shark Tank. Ipipitch ko si Kai Sotto kay Mark Cuban as a product, as a marketing product, as a marketing tool to increase yung attendees and engagement ng team nila. Maui, quickly lang. Kai Sotto, Carl Tamayo, who will have a bigger impact soon?
I think si Carl Tamayo definitely will have si Carl Tamayo. Si Kai Sotto will definitely have a bigger impact as proven by the first game. The problem with Carl Tamayo's team is they have 3 imports that play the power forward and center slot. So it's looking a bit disappointing to me. He has to play the small forward slot to get more minutes. But I don't think he's ready to play that position right now. But I hope they have a plan for Carl Tamayo. He's young. Hopefully they just milk him for marketing right now. But hopefully they get to play him more. But yeah, I think si Kai Sotto will definitely have a bigger impact. And I think, Gab mentioned the plan for Kai Sotto is to play this season B League and then get to the Summer League. I think he has a few invites to camp. Hopefully hindi na siya mag-ghost ngayon like he did with Ignite. I think he has to be more committed. His management has to be more committed sa mga ganyan. And I think the next step is for him to play sa FIBA World. He has to showcase his talent against top tier prospects and veterans around the world. But the NBA dream's looking bleak, but hopefully shows glimpses sa FIBA World. We'll get the draw for FIBA in the coming days. Some of us panic kasi when we saw the pot, we thought there was a draw. The Philippines were in the same pot as the US, Spain and Australia being the top 3 teams. But hopefully we get a good draw. Hopefully we get Kai Sotto. If we decide to get Clarkson or Brownlee as a naturalized player, I think Kai Sotto would fit in nicely as a center. So yeah, hopefully a better showing next coming games to Kai Sotto.
Okay, that's it for today's episode. Carl Tamayo, Kai Sotto, we wish you the best. Hoping for better performances from both of you in your succeeding games and for the rest of the Filipinos playing in the B League and the KBL. To all our listeners, that's it for today. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. Help us to get to 1,000 subscribers. Please support the channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.